Hey everybody, Johnny B. Good here. Okay, it is 10:22 a.m. California time. We are just got loaded here at what is this place called? Roberto's or Alberto's? No, Reynaldo's. On duty driving. All right, we got to get to Winson here real quick. 8 miles away. I hope we manage not to get lost. Right now I have no idea which way to go, that way or this way. I think we're gonna go that way. Yeah, I was right. Or I could have gone that street too. Either way, we got to go. I can't believe it took them, what, 7, 8, 9, 10, almost 4.5 hours to get me loaded there. Holy smokies. In fact, in anticipation of getting loaded, I started my e-log. I did my pre-trip. Thinking, you know, since I'm in a hurry, I better do a pre-trip while they're loading me. That way, when the bills comes out, I just need to send in a loaded call. But wouldn't you know it, I kind of jumped the gun on that one there. It took them forever. So what I did is I had to call safety. Let me try to put this in here for a minute. I had to call safety and I asked them to redo my e-log, and they did. They reseated it, or they fixed it where I basically what they do is they go in and do some corrections on the e-log. They do allow you to do that, even if you start your clock too early. As long as you didn't drive anywhere, they can do some corrections. They can do some corrections, and then that way you don't waste that time. You know, you don't waste your 14-hour rule. Alright, we gotta be on the left lane here. Oh, that was a very quick left turn green arrow. I don't know about you, but I don't like driving on the right side of the road. It seems like those holy smokies. It seems like those cars and those tree limbs and light posts will come out and get blue for some reason. I know we should really be driving on the slow lane, but you know, I figured the four-wheelers can have the option of driving on that lane without any risk to them, I guess. Or not. All right, we got to drive 1.9 miles, and then make a left on South Atlantic Boulevard. Once again, I would like to personally thank Elor Nagorsky and his wife and his lovely, handsome son. For some odd reason, I can't remember their names, even though Elor has mentioned it so many times. I am so ashamed to ask. But they are the ones that contributed to the intro videos that you guys see with the different states. I mean, that is just, man, that is just beautiful work. That's beyond the Johnny Be Good brain can handle, I tell you that much. So, Elor and family, thank you. Muchas gracias. My fellow brother in Christ, thank you, thank you. I also had a very nice letter, email from somebody in Germany, which I will not try to pronounce your name because I know I will murder your name. He writes that it was always his long dream to migrate to the United States and drive trucks. But he never had the courage to do it, and I guess it's one of those, oh man, I should have done it dream, you know. I guess he's like, what, 60 years old now, and I guess that's, but supposedly every time he watches my video, I guess he's reminded of the unfulfilled dream, I guess. I guess we all have that, you know, unfulfilled dreams, and we fail because we failed to try. I have so many wasted opportunity in my life. That I wish so many things that I could have done better. But then again, who knows, you know? Life is, well, you did it or not, it keeps going. How many of you out there ever watched that TV show based on Stargate? The spin-off of the TV show Stargate, I think it was called Destiny, where they landed themselves in a very, very old spaceship, and the spaceship just keeps going straight beyond their control. It was headed for certain directions, and they were just along for the ride. And what they would do is they can beam themselves up to a planet, and then the spaceship just keeps traveling. But they have a certain time period to stay on that planet before the spaceship comes too far for them to for it to beam them back to the spaceship. My point is, regardless of the circumstances in this life, life has to go on. Life has to continue. Regardless of how long you want to stay in that particular place in life, life has to go on, and you better beam yourself back to life. Or in this case, you really don't have a choice. And in other words, we can't always dwell in the past too long. That's the point I'm trying to say. It's a new day. Ooh, 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 ooh. This guy won't let me in or what? It's a new day, it's a new beginning. And we can always correct it moment by moment. Alright, Firestone Boulevard, here we go. Exit 13. By the way, that driver that had the eye surgery, is having the eye surgery, is the same driver that taught me about the U-turn, or the new how to get out of that place here in Winsoon. I was watching this video where this friend of a friend of this guy who drives a pickup truck kind of rigged his pickup truck that every time he hits the brake pedal, the horn would sound off. So every time he stepped on the brake on a stop sign or whatever, the horn would be, sounding off. I thought it was quite funny. Yesterday, which I really should have done, but it was a toss-up. Yesterday, when I learned that Ronaldo was not gonna load me, I was tempted to head down to Winsoon and sleep there and be loaded the first thing in the morning. And yet, I also realized that at 4:30 or 5 o'clock, this traffic, this road right here would be jam-packed, and so I made a judgment call, and I guess it kind of backfired, But then again, Here's another what if. Let's just say I got loaded at Winsoon at 7 o'clock. By 8 o'clock or 8:30 I get loaded, right? I would drive back to Ronaldo, and then I would have to wait another 2 hours to get loaded. By then I've already started my e-log too early, and there's nothing that you could do. Not even safety can change or make changes on your e-log. So that's one thing to consider as well, right? By the way, I also kind of forgot to mention that about the SD card, a 32 gig. I just ran a red light. Forgot to mention that the SD card has to be a class 10 micro SD card, because the cameras and the phone only takes a micro SD card. Just for those of you who may be encouraged to send that in, that would really be nice. Southgate, California. This is where Jesse Barrett was a terminal manager for JB Hunt for so many number of years. I'm not exactly sure where the terminal is, but looks like a really nice town. I like this town here. A little busy though. Avalanche. Hey, Phoenix Drake, what would happen if you take all that plastic stuff out of there? It'd be another pickup truck, right? Nicely done there, my friend. we go. Here we go. I think it's this driveway here, which we gotta make a really wide. All right, there's nobody else there. There's no truck over there loading right now. By the way, one of the good things, well, I don't know if it's a good thing or not, but it is what it is. One of the things that we are loaded at least 3/4 full of Rinaldo's product, but there's only 18,000 pounds of, I don't know what it is, some kind of a Mexican food. There's only 10 spots left or less. It's light. Which one is it? Is it that one? Yeah, it's this one here, which is light, and this load is usually heavy. What happens all the time is we always get somewhat overweight on the drives. So that's one thing to consider as well. All right, gotta go. We'll catch you later. Peace.